the way you speak and the way that you've kind of carried your story, you realize that there's so many people that it's not just me that made me who I am today and where I am today. It's the culmination of all the people that have believed in me or blessed me or gotten me to this place. And it's so wild how it all works out like that.
Yeah. and
So
and a lot of the times it's not even like, I mean, like for Uncle John, it started out as a really small gesture, like
yeah,
him just saying like, you should write a song or you should start writing music. And I was like, okay. But then once I started, and I guess he saw the potential and he wanted to like pour into me more, then that's when he like got me like a really nice guitar,
yeah,
and because he knew that those were the tools that would help inspire me with
yeah,
new songs and music. And then it was after I shared that first song is when we would really get into like deeper conversations about writing music.
yeah.
And it's funny because I grew up in a Christian family and didn't really listen to a lot of music that wasn't from like Christian bands or Christian groups. And then also just because of where we were at the time, we didn't have internet. Basically, like whoever friends and family or missionary groups that would come to help out with our ministry would bring like I don't know if you remember, but they were like Wow CDs where
Yeah, yeah.
they have compilations of all these different like Christian artists.
100%,
Like
absolutely.
I would just listen to whatever music basically that my grandparents would give me. So that was like my influence,
Yeah.
like musically. So I didn't grow up listening to a lot of music that my friends listened to. So that's why like when we would have like before the pandemic when there was like jam sessions and stuff like that, like I hated going to them because I was so scared that when people would ask me to sing and perform, like, I didn't know majority of the songs. So it was always something that I was like, okay, I have to at least learn maybe one or two popular songs by heart so that when we have these jam sessions, I could at least contribute something. But like that was the environment that I grew up in. But so it was kind of like that was one of the struggles that I was having was like, okay, like what direction do I go with my songwriting? How do I just write about God? Do I just write about a certain subject and this and that? And Uncle John just he explained to me how like if you're a painter, right? You're not if you're or let's say you're a Christian painter, you're not just gonna like paint crosses and like stuff like that with all of your artwork. And he says, no, you're gonna paint pictures of beautiful sunsets or like architecture, beautiful things that inspire you. And he said it's the same thing with as a songwriter. Yes, you're a Christian songwriter or you're a songwriter who is a Christian.
That's exactly it. That's
Yeah,
exactly how
but
I
you
relate to it.
experience life like anyone else.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fall in love. You're gonna have your heart broken. You're gonna like experience all these different things. And he said, just that's what you have to write
Yeah.
about. He says you don't have to box yourself into just a certain subject or certain topic and stuff like that. He says just write your music or write songs as you experience life. And so that's why when I first started writing music or writing songs, and it was kind of like very, very limited life experience. So I had drawn from other people's life
Sure.
experience. And that's how I really started out as a songwriter was basically like putting myself in someone else's shoes and trying to see life how they would see it. And which, I mean, it really helps nowadays. Even that little aspect of my songwriting, there'll be times when I'll just be having a conversation with someone, and then I just get home and I write a song
Yeah.
from their perspective or how I
Absolutely.
feel that they had experienced that moment.